Hey everyone, wanted to give you another quick update from the property. Actually wanted to tell you a funny story. So behind me here you can see our wood burning stove in our tiny home, and it's a tiny wood burning stove, as would be appropriate for a tiny home. So a couple weeks ago, Keely and I were going to spend our first night in the tiny home. And so we got here at night, it was already dark, and we thought, oh, this is gonna be great. We'll be able to light a fire in the tiny stove and keep warm. It's supposed to get down to about 30 degrees that night. And so we get in and we get the kindling in there and get the match, and we light it up, and almost immediately smoke starts backing up into the tiny home. We're like, oh no, this is not good. We did find out that the smoke alarm works, so that's definitely a plus. So we were able to close the door and put out the fire pretty quickly, get the smoke out of the tiny home. But we're like, okay, something's going wrong with the chimney pipe. So you can see the chimney pipe that goes up into the ceiling and out the top. And so a couple days later, I was able to come back out with a ladder during the day. And so I climbed up on top of the tiny home to look down in the chimney pipe and see what was going on. And I looked down inside and something was in there. And so I reached down in and I grabbed and I pulled a hold, and I started to pull and pull and pull and pull and pull and pull and pull. And it finally came out. You'll never guess what it was. Long underwear. Somebody had stuffed a pair of long underwear into the stovepipe. So obviously that would not help it work the way it was supposed to. I think maybe the previous owner, while they were traveling with the tiny home from Colorado to Missouri, had shoved that down in there in order to keep soot and stuff from coming inside the tiny home while they were traveling down the highway. So anyway, needless to say, it works much, much better now after we got the long underwear pulled out of the chimney pipe. So anyway, just thought it was a funny story. Wanted to share it with you. Hope you guys are great. Talk to you later.